What up? I'm gonna do another weed high times, episode or whatever. But alright, I remember this one time. This was like when I was like 17, some shit like that. I got like expelled and shit from school, whatever. So whatever. A nigga had to go to adult school. Oh, hold on. These are J's I bought, like basic ass J's. I know y'all seen these shits in stores. Nothing too special. But so yeah, I got kicked out or whatever, expelled, whatever you want to call it. So I go to adult school. And me, I'm antisocial. I really don't like meeting a lot of motherfuckers and shit, right? So I'm in there cooling one day, and I remember I had some weed on me. It was some perp. And so I'm like, fuck it, I don't feel like going outside or whatever. And it was like this little cute little bitch in there or whatever. And she kind of smelled it on me, so she was like, yo, can I smoke with you? And I'm like, sure, bitch. You know what I mean? Not like that, but it's like, yeah, if you go get the Swisher. Because I'm thinking in my head, she ain't really going to go get the Swisher and shit. You know what I mean? So the 7-Eleven is right around the corner. So we sitting there, we get a break or whatever. She come back with a blunt, and she like, yo, what's up? Let's smoke. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, man, this bitch really want to smoke. So I'm like, fuck it. You know what I mean? We go in the bathroom or whatever and smoke. And I'm sitting there like, you want to smoke in school, on school grounds? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, the adult school little joint they had was, like, actually at the high school, you know what I mean, in another city and shit. So I'm like, fuck it, whatever. But I'm in there, I'm rolling the weed. And she asked a dumb question. This is why I don't smoke with bros. Like, oh, do you know how to roll? Why the fuck would I have weed if I don't know how to roll? Whatever. So we in there, we smoking and shit. And you definitely could tell it's loud because you already know. You smell it, you know what I mean? So some nigga walk up in there and I guess she knew the nigga, some geeky ass little nigga, whatever. And he like, yo, y'all smoking on perk, man. That's what's up, you know what I'm saying? Can I hit the weed? And I'm looking at him like, I don't even know this nigga, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I gotta go back to class anyway. So I hit the blunt a couple more times, whatever, give it to the bitch, you know what I mean? I'm like, you do what you want, you know what I mean? I'll go back to class, so I'm in there reeking, she reeking. She and that motherfucker tweaking though, like just laughing and shit. But she was, I'm not gonna lie, I had a girlfriend that time, but she was a fine ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even gonna bullshit. You know what I mean? To be 17, 18 or whatever, fucking with a chick, you know what I mean? She the same age, we go to the school, she smoke, and I'm like, yo, she a light-skinned, little red bone, fine little bitch. So I'm like, I probably shouldn't even ask her this shit. But I asked her, her number and shit, because she kept looking and shit, and she was like, the thing that she noticed about me that was so crazy, because she know I'm high as fuck, she like, wait, you did in class right now all the work from the whole week already? Because I was bored. And she peeped that shit. She was like, why you just didn't stay in or finish school? Long fucking story, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I don't know, I was bored or whatever. You know what I mean? So she took my notebook, and I'm like, bitch, want a copy? She ain't smart? What the fuck? Like, come on. Whatever. So, she gave me back the notebook and shit. And she like, look on page 4. And I'm like, I already did the answers for that, so what the fuck could she do? And I look, and it's her number. And so I'm like, all right, for sure, you know what I mean? Whatever. So I'm high and shit. And then school get out, it's like maybe, 7 o'clock, some shit. So it's dark by now, you know what I mean? And I'm waiting to get picked up. And a nigga come that was walking in the bathroom. He like, yo, you smoke? Like, you feel me? I stay out here or whatever, you know what I mean? You should come, by the crib, whatever, you know what I mean? I got, like, hella different weed. I'm like, what kind of setup shit this nigga on? Because I'm from Oakland, you feel me? Nigga, what the fuck is this nigga? But he stay in San Leandro, so I'm like, all right, he stay with the white people, whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm like, well, my ride ain't here, you know what I mean? Where the fuck you stay at? He like, yo, I stay right around the corner by 7-Eleven apartments. I'm like, them one dope-ass apartments with the pool in it? I only know that because we broke into the motherfuckers to go swimming before. So I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? I walk over there, you know what I mean? His dad there and shit, hella cool. His dad came to the motherfucker cool, like, yo, how you doing, young man? And, you know what I mean? It come to find out that this nigga is like a loner in a sense. He ain't really got friends like that either, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So we, talking and shit. We go out in the back, clean ass patio and smoking shit. He like, yeah, man. I'm like, where you get this shit from? Because it wasn't no perp. It was like some different shit, like some orange mango shit. And I'm like, where you get this from? He's like, oh, my cousin, you know what I mean? He from the 90s, you know what I mean? He be hooking me up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, he from the East. Like, that's where I got to go. He like, yo, for real? Like, I'm about to go over there right now. So I'm like, man, all right, whatever. So, you know what I mean? We hop on a little bus or whatever, dip over there. Now, mind you, the 90s is fucking crazy. You from Oakland, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just ain't the place to be standing around. So he like, yo, you post up right here, and I'm gonna go in the crib. And I'm like, nigga, what? Not saying some scary shit, but Oakland is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? You can't be standing around on a block you ain't from. So I'm like, bro, hurry the fuck up, my nigga. You feel me? If you ain't here in 10 minutes, nigga, I'm dipping. You know what I'm saying? So he taking a little minute, and that's how the fuck did I know it? Like, 3 niggas walk out, and they like, oh, you with so-and-so. And I'm like, yep, we go to school, whatever. He like, oh, that's what's up, little nigga. You know what I mean? Y'all niggas stay, you know, getting y'all education, blah, blah, blah. They gave me dap and shit, you feel me? And I didn't smoke at the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want a Newport? And they gave me a Newport. Out of respect, I'm gonna go, fuck, where you from? A nigga hand you something out of respect, you just take it, you feel me? You can throw it later, but you know what I mean? He gave it to me, whatever, boom. So this nigga needs to come on. So he come out, I'm thinking the nigga gonna get like a 10, you know, 325 or whatever. This nigga come back with a fucking quarter of some weed. So I'm like, yo, your cousin got it like that? I'm like, nigga, I got some bread. Nigga, go get me. He like, nah, they don't like that. Like, it's hot right now. We got a dip. So boom, whatever, you know what I mean? We get the weed. We dip back to his crib and shit. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there, I'm chilling, cooling. You know what I mean? His dad come through. He's like, oh, y'all still here and shit? Like, yeah, we like doing homework or whatever. You know what I mean? He rolling up the weed, talking, whatever the fuck he doing, whatever. I'm like, man, this nigga bugging. I'm still doing the work and shit. You know what I mean? Because they give you all a little work to do for the whole month. So I'm just there doing that shit. He like, well, you want some weed or whatever? And I'm like, whatever, you know what I mean? I'm thinking I'm gonna give a nigga a fucking bud or some shit. Nigga literally reached in and shit and just was like, here, you know what I mean? This for you. I'm like, what the fuck is this for? Like, he like, yo, because you was cool, you know, you hung out and shit like that. And then it's like, man, there gotta be something wrong with this nigga. You feel me? That's what I'm thinking. Like, this nigga be on one. So I ain't think nothing of it, get the weed and dip. And I go back to the hood and I'm like, yo, this nigga just, you know what I'm saying, gave me some weed, blah, blah, blah. Like, nigga, he gave you all that for nothing? And these niggas wanted to rob this nigga, like, for me to set him up. I'm like, yo, you know, I ain't fuck around like that, bro. Cool. He go to school. He do what he do. You know what I mean? If he hook me up, I got y'all, right? So one day, this nigga come to class loaded as fuck. And the teacher was so fucking mad. I ain't never seen no white teacher go off like that. Like, soon as you walk in, because in Oakland, it get cold, so you got to turn the heaters on. I walk in class. I walk upstairs smelling it like, yo. I run to the bathroom. I see the bitch like, yo. I think her name was Alyssa, so I'm like, Alyssa, what's up? She like, nothing. I'm like, you smoke? She like, nah. I'm like, who the fuck is that? So I think, what's the name? And I'm going in the classroom, you just see the teacher going, you need to get the hell out of here. Get the fuck out of this classroom. I don't give a shit. You are not passing. I don't give a damn. And I'm like, damn, why you wilding? And then you just look, this dumb nigga, high as fuck, he don't even notice his backpack spilled, like, literally, like, all right, look, imagine a weed, right? Like, no, this is some little shit or whatever. But imagine like a zip. You know what I'm saying? The backpack, he didn't close the shit and it spilled all on the floor and he's smelling like hella weed. But I don't know how the fuck he couldn't smell it. He just high as fuck and he passed out. You know what I'm saying? Sleep in class and the teacher just start bugging like blah, blah, blah. Like you see all the motherfucking principals coming. You see the fucking coach from the fucking like football team coming. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. So I'm like, dude, why the fuck did you bring that shit here? He was like, I forgot. I actually grabbed the wrong bag. You know what I mean? Because I guess it was drop off and pick up. You know what I'm saying? And we was supposed to go do some other shit, but he grabbed the wrong bag. He grabbed the bag with the work in it instead of the bag with, you know what I mean, his homework in it. And I'm like, yo, nigga, this is crazy. Like, they really got him the fuck out of there. The police came. They started searching the fucking everybody in the classroom and shit. The bitch dipped to the bathroom real quick. I'm like, yo, as soon as I could say, hey, she went to the bathroom hella fast. So I'm like, fuck that. I get up, and I follow her, right? I'm like, yo, what you doing? She's like, nigga, you tripping. Like, she put, like, she got on her panties and shit. Like, nigga, you see this shit I got on me? I'm like, oh, shit. And then I look, I forgot I had 3 bags on me, too. Back then, weed was nothing. So I'm like, fuck, I ain't for the flush my shit and waste my money. She like, I got a spot. And this is, like, the thing by the windowsill that I guess she broke open or some shit and stuffed it in there and, you know what I mean, dipped out. But see, this is the crazy part. The boys' bathroom right here, the girls' bathroom right here. And she walk out, then I walk out, and they like, what was y'all doing in there? And then she grabbed me like, yo, this is my boyfriend. We just wanted to be alone. And I'm looking at her like, yo, this what's up. You know what I'm saying? But the whole time I know I got a girlfriend. You feel me? So I'm like, good looking on that shit. You know what I mean? So they're like, go to class right now. You know, you could see the dogs looking and shit, smelling and shit. So they have us walk over there, but we ain't had shit on us. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, wait, y'all ain't got no warrant, no nothing. You can't search us like that. You know, you need proper cause. Feel me? We don't even smell like smoke. Boom, we go back to class. And I'm like, yo, good looking on that shit. She was like, you ain't called me though. What's up? So I'm like, man, I'll be over here by, you know what I mean? You know where we'll park at? She like, yeah, I'll be over there. You know what I mean? She like, I'm like, well, slide through, whatever. That's where I be at. You dig? And she fuck around and called one day, and I was with my girlfriend, but I was, you know, walking her back to the bus stop and shit like that. And I fuck around like, yo, hello? All right, I'm going to call you back. Boom. And she like, who was that? I'm like, I don't know, shit, wrong number, whatever. You dig? And one time, she was at the fucking mall. I will never forget this shit ever. I was high as fuck with my girlfriend, cooling. All you hear in a motherfucking mall right by Foot Action is that is Deshaun. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I broke, I swear, in front of my girlfriend and everything, nigga. It was my girlfriend, her little sister, and her cousin. You feel me? They like, why he run for? You know what I'm saying? And then the girl walked over there, and I guess they was talking and shit. And I ain't go front. The girl kept it 100. She wasn't even a hater. She was like, nah, he go to the adult school. Boo, boo, boo. And then my girlfriend was like, why you run for it? I don't get why you ran. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I just dipped. I don't know. I was high as fuck. I just dipped because I thought for sure it was a rap. You know what I mean? Back then, Oakland girls be on some weird shit. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. You know what I mean? Hold on, my phone ringing. And then she like, yo, what you dip for? And I'm like, man, I don't know. That's just a little bitch to go to school. You know what I mean? She's like, you like her or some shit? I'm like, nah. And she like, was that who, you know what I mean, was on the phone or whatever? I'm like, nah, it wasn't or whatever. You know what I mean? But then I go back to school. I was like, yo, good looking on that shit. You know what I'm saying? I stopped fucking with her, though, but it just, that shit was crazy. She ended up giving me, like, an A for perp, a pack of Swishers, and she let me feel on her. Like, I fell on her pussy and shit. I could have fucked her right there on the spot. And I remember she let me go to her crib, and I didn't fuck her. It come to find out, the reason she knew the nigga is because they lived in the same apartment building. I remember one day, I left the crib and went right to her fucking house, knocked on the door, like, boom, 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 like the apartment building. But her friend was there, and she was like, yo, she just stepped out. She'll be back in 10 minutes. But it was a Jordan release day. I'm like, yo, I can't wait. I got to go grab these shoes. It's a wrap. And then that's how it all happened. Like, you know, I went to her crib earlier. She wasn't there. I went to get the shoes. My girlfriend met me up there. And then that's when that bitch came. That shit crazy. All of this shit started from one day going to adult school high as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a craziest story, though. I wish I would have fucked her, though, because, you know what I'm saying? Even her little friend wanted to let me smash. And then I went back with my boy. I think my boy smashed her, though. I was mad I didn't fuck that bitch, though. Like, I seen her one last time before I moved out the Bay Area, and she was like, what's up? Light skin. And I'm like, what? Because that's what she used to call me for whatever reason. But that's just a little high time story, man. That shit was crazy, though. But I got more, though, man. Stay tuned, man. 1.